Hi, I'm Dr. Campbell. I am here today to provide several recommendations for the Ferguson Public Schools and their teachers. Now, for a couple months, the grand jury has been investigating the Michael Brown shooting, and they're getting ready to come out with a verdict. And it's going to impact your school. And so I have a couple recommendations. First of all, you're going to possibly have student fights. If they rule in favor of Darren Wilson, you're going to have white parents who agree with the decision, and their white children are going to come to your school in your classroom and express that agreement. If they rule against Darren Wilson, you're going to have black students that are going to come to the school, and they're going to talk about some of the things that they expressed as well as the things that their parents expressed. And this could lead to a fight in your school. And so the first recommendation is to make sure that you make it very clear with parents and you make it very clear with students that not only are you suspending the perpetrator in the fight, but you're going to also suspend the instigator. See, it takes two people to fight. And so if you do it that way, nobody can say you're being racist. Also, nobody can say you didn't tell them ahead of time. Now, before I go into the second recommendation, if they rule in favor of Darren Wilson, from what I understand, there's going to be a reaction from the community. And the black students may make a correlation between you and the white police. And so there's several strategies that I want you to look at in regards to their verbal and nonverbal behavior. First of all, black students, and I want you to get offended, but black students do not make direct eye contact. They are taught not to make direct eye contact with an adult. And so if they're not making direct eye contact with you, don't be offended. A lot of times that leads to a consequence, and then they could say you're being prejudiced. Also, evaluate their listening techniques. A lot of times I find for white teachers it's frustrating when a black student says, "Can you repeat that?" And you know they heard you. But with the black students, they want to hear it again because they want to know, is there some truth behind what you're saying? Are you sincere about what you're saying? So look out for that in your classroom. Also, black students have certain debating techniques, and they may get into a debate with you about behavior or consequence. And what they do is, and they're very intelligent, not only do they debate the idea, but then they debate the person. And when they're doing that, don't take it personal. That's just something they do. Tell them to calm down. If we need to, we can talk about this later. Also, keep your cool in the classroom. One of the ways that black children rise to a perception of leadership in the school or in the classroom is to make the teacher lose their cool. Now, this works against you because, one, now all the students know what buttons to push, but also it makes them rise up to look like they're the leader. You want to maintain that you are the authority and that you are the leader in that classroom. So don't lose your cool. And so finally, my second recommendation. If they rule and we have a community uproar, they're going to probably have to close down the schools. And so what I would do is first of all, I would do homework and classroom assignments 3 weeks in advance. Make sure your children are taking their books home, okay? And open up an email account. You could do a Yahoo, you could do a Gmail. There are a number of them that will allow you to do a free email account. Make sure the parents and students know about the email account. And so then if they have questions or they want assignments or the parents want to give them assignments, they can email you, okay? And then you can give them the assignment. If this thing is prolonged, what I would recommend is opening up a YouTube channel, do a mini lesson, and then if any kids or any of your children have questions, they can email you. That way we keep the process going, because one of the things that's concerning me about Ferguson is that this is going to have a tremendous impact on student achievement. And so we have to start putting some things in place to offset that. This is Dr. Campbell. You can read about the entire blog at www.positiveracialrelationships.com, or you can call me on my direct line, 856-566-3267. Thank you very much. Have a great day.